Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Orkidz, and thank you, Shelley, for inviting me to speak to all of you at the annual daycare. As Shelley said, our children are our most valuable possessions, our greatest assets, and it is such a brave decision to be able to decide where you want your child to be after school hours if you're a working parent. And I'm so impressed with the PowerPoint presentation that I just saw, because it's basically a home away from home, and they're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. As Shelley also said, that we take so much care about our children. When our children are born, I think our priorities change completely. Our lives start revolving around our children, and every decision that we take is based on what is good for our children. We spend a lot of time in trying to give our children a balanced diet, the right amount of proteins, the right amount of carbohydrates, the right amount of calcium. We focus a lot on enforcing a healthy diet on our children so that they have a healthy body. I feel what we also need to concentrate on is to develop a healthy mind for children. And as we have all these different vitamins that are essential to keep the body healthy, so also do we have a very important vitamin which is essential for a healthy mind. And that is called vitamin R, R for reading. Unfortunately, with the advent of gadgets and technology and iPads and mobile phones, reading is becoming a dying habit amongst children. We find that instead of playing outdoors or instead of reading, we find a lot of children just busy with their gadgets and wasting a lot of time doing things that they could be doing otherwise, being more constructive. That's why I think that when we look at children today, it's very important to enforce a daily dose of vitamin R or vitamin reading in our children's lives, like 1 hour a day for them to spend reading. Because a deficiency of vitamin R can be very detrimental to their growth. They do not have a creative mind, they do not have an imaginative mind because they don't read. Their horizons are very narrow because of lack of reading today. And books enrich us in so many different ways. So I just like to spend a few minutes talking to you about how books make a difference to each of our lives and how it's very important for children today to get back to that habit of reading. I think as all of us were growing up, we probably did not have the option of all these different TV channels that our children do today, nor did we have these expensive gadgets that we could use to while away our time. So I think our generation focused a lot more on outdoor activity and on books. So to begin with, the first most important things that books give us is knowledge on a variety of different subjects. So right from history to sociology to economics to psychology, books will give you a very clear picture of what the world was like at a particular period of time, what the socio-economic situation of people was during that time, how the human mind works and how people think. Delving into the mind of characters, it gives you an idea of what, situating the character in a particular historical and socio-economic context, it gives you an idea of what the world around you is. Secondly, it also helps you with language development. I have a lot of students coming to me and saying, "Ma'am, I want to improve my English, what should I do?" And I keep telling them that the best thing for you to do is to read more books, because when you read more books, you develop, you learn new words. There is a lot of development of vocabulary, different phrases, different idioms, different expressions, and that gives you a wider language development. Also different images, because it defamiliarizes the day-to-day world for you by putting you in an imaginary world and gives you a new picture. Third, it gives you a multiplicity of perspectives, because you have different characters in the book. Each character has his or her point of view, and you learn to look at the world from different points of view, from different perspectives. Moreover, no two people also ever read the same book. That's because every one of us, when we're reading a book, we bring into it our own background, our own knowledge, our own experience, and that makes each book a different experience for each individual. So all of us, as Royal Bach said, that the author is dead. It's the birth of the reader now. So when, as a reader, you are enriching yourself by putting yourself at a distance and then seeing the book. So you have a very different point of view of the book that you're reading, and that's what makes it interesting. Finally, I think books provide companionship like nobody else does. It's beautiful because whether you're lonely, whether you don't have anything else to do, we so often find children saying, I'm bored. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't have any friends. If the child doesn't have any siblings, the child will say, I don't have anybody to play with. Fortunately for all of you, you have the daycare where your children are surrounded with people, are surrounded with other children, are surrounded with wonderful caregivers who take care of your children. But when they're at home and they're bored and they have their vacations perhaps and they don't know what to do, books are companions that are always going to stay with you. Books are the best friends that a person can have, and they will never let you feel bored, they will never let you feel lonely, they will never let you feel that you don't have anything to do. So books provide so much of companionship, and that is possibly the reason why I started writing in the first place, is to rekindle this love for reading amongst children and to give them a world which is not really a fantasy world, but is something that they can relate to, is something that they can identify with, because they want something that they feel is happening around them, not necessarily a completely fantastic world that they don't know, they have never been a part of, but just to get them to see people around them from a different perspective and to look at situations from different perspectives. So I think as parents, we play a very, very important role in inculcating the right habits amongst our children. And it's very essential that we incorporate reading into their daily routine, that we give them a daily dose of vitamin R, because that is really going to enrich them and is going to make a difference to the way that they perceive the world, and to enhancing their knowledge, enhancing their creativity, enhancing their imaginative power. It's going to make a huge difference. And as parents, I think we really need to encourage this habit amongst children so that children are richer than what they were before. Thank you so much.